More than a month ago, a classroom assault changed the life of an Ooltewah High School ninth grader. He was blindsided and attacked by an older student in full view of a room full of witnesses. Hamilton County school officials would not confirm the attack even happened until the victim's mother got tired of waiting for justice and decided to go public. She shares her story tonight in a special school patrol investigation. Dawn is a single mom devoted to her ninth grade son. He's an A student enrolled in honors classes. On the morning of January 16th, his world came crashing down in an Ooltewah High School classroom.
And without notice, a student that didn't belong in the room walked in and repeatedly beat him in the head and body.
The police incident report quotes witnesses who saw an unknown student entering the classroom, hitting Dawn's son repeatedly in the face, head, and neck before being knocked to the floor. The boy's desk was knocked over, and the unknown student continued to hit him throughout his body. A male teacher and other students pulled the attacker off the victim. Witnesses reported students were screaming. Dawn said the school never contacted her about the incident. Her son was the one who called, and she picked him up.
He was sent to the emergency room immediately after that and has still been dealing with a pretty significant concussion.
The next day, she was at the school looking for assurances that administrators were finding out who was responsible for assaulting her son.
I was just basically told that things were being handled.
Is that enough?
Not for a parent.
Dr. Justin Robertson is Chief Schools Officer for Hamilton County. He's investigating what Dawn calls a lack of urgency in following up on additional threats to her son.
I think that we have some areas that we can clean up in terms of what we call customer service, of how we work with parents and how we communicate with parents.
Dawn's own investigation revealed social media posts indicating at least 3 students were involved in the attacks and threats. One student admitted to encouraging the student who carried out the attack. A third student threatened to attack Dawn's son the day he returned to school after missing more than a week, recovering from his injuries. That student posted photographs on social media holding a gun.
It very much concerns me, not only just for us, but for everybody else that's still in attendance there.
Dawn said Ooltewah High School administrators would not comment on the students who had attacked and threatened her son. More than a month after the attack, we asked Dr. Robertson.
I'll tell you that the students involved have been disciplined. We're continuing to investigate that to make sure that it was appropriate, and that if there are any follow-up actions that need to be taken based on things that have happened from the first incident to now, we're following up on every single one of those.
How has this changed your son's life?
It's changed it immensely. It's taken him out of some of his extracurricular activities through the school, sports, friends. One of the things that he was working towards at Ooltewah High School was an international baccalaureate degree, which is only offered at a couple of schools in the area. And unfortunately, he just won't be able to obtain that.
Dawn determined her son would never be truly safe from the 3 students who were involved in the attack and the threats that followed.
This was intentional and obviously planned, and involved several students.
At the central office, Dr. Robertson is leading what he calls an after-action review to determine what went wrong in the days and weeks following the attack on Dawn's son.
For this student, I would say we made some mistakes, and that's hurtful. You know, we don't want to ever say that students can't feel comfortable in Hamilton County schools.
But Dawn says that's exactly how her son feels. As medical bills pile up and her son continues to live in fear of those who threatened him, her family faces an uncertain future.
The children that were involved in this are still at the school. They're still making threats, and we don't know the reason why this happened. Therefore, I don't feel as a parent it's safe in any way to send him back there.
School system officials say they're still working with their insurers to attempt to get the family's medical costs covered, and they're hoping to present a plan to allow Dawn's son to continue his path to graduation in Hamilton County. Dawn says she will do what is best for her son and is still pursuing legal action against the students who are involved in the assault and the threats. We have a more detailed report on our website and inside our app.
Follow up.